Hello, and welcome to FxWB New Beginnings Podcast with Michelle. Hi, everyone. I am so happy you guys have been showing up for me. You've been listening in, asking questions, and enjoying each and every podcast that will have been aired thus far. And I am very grateful. Grateful for all the listening ears and all the questions that are being shared with us here at FxWB New Beginnings Podcast. So we are here today, continuing on in the month of October, encouraging others. We've been looking at persons who have been honored for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We've looked at persons who have gone through this horrific, I call it horrific, disease. And we also had the opportunity to talk with someone else, Mr. Damon Dillard, on mindset building. He's a mindset coach. But this week we are continuing in the same vein, if we may, in looking at how we can change our mindset to move forward in anything that we do. And today we will be talking with a beautiful young lady who I am very much inspired by, given her determination to do things and set goals that she once thought that was really hard to attain, but she is doing it. She's setting those goals. She's achieving it one step at a time. And I am very proud of her. And I wanted to share her story with everyone to show that once we put our mind to something, it can be done. We can be successful in anything we want to achieve. And as we talk about that, today I want to share a quote with you. One of them would be, "A dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work." This is by Colin Powell. A dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. And this quote is quite fitting for our guest today. And I would love for you to listen in, take some pointers here, because it's something that I want you to understand. It's all about the mindset, how we can apply our goals and apply what we want to do to achieve those goals to attain it in the long run. So today I would love to welcome Miss Christy Whitley on board FxWB, New Beginnings Podcast. Hi, Christy.
Hello. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, I am happy to have you. So let's get straight into it. I would like to know, as well as our audience, love to know, who is Christy Whitley?
Well, I am first off a mother to three beautiful children, and then I also have two grandchildren, 8 and 4, and they all keep me busy. I'm a nurse. Have been a nurse since 2004, and I chose to be a nurse when my grandpa passed away from heart disease. And I was like, he's a smoker. He ate horribly. And I thought nursing, I was going to be able to teach people how to eat healthy and change the way that they take care of themselves. I might be a little slow because 2004 to now, I have realized that nursing as it's a career, and I've learned a lot and I've done a lot with that career. It's not really what I I guess, anticipated it to be. Because I don't have the time to do the teaching and also the model of Western medicine in America is sick care instead of wellness or health care. So it just took me a little while to figure that out. But it was through my own journey that it really sunk in. And I think I needed to live that in order to see that. So my dad got sick with lung cancer. I think it was in 2015 or 16, and he beat it. But then in 2020, it came back. And I'm sorry if I get emotional, but
Okay.
this is a big part of my why. He did not make it. He had stage 4 cancer and
So
chemo.
sorry to hear this.
Yeah, thank you. He did chemo and radiation, and I lost him in September of 2020. And that's where it really all started for me. Because despite the fact that he was not my biological dad, but he's the only dad that I know, we were really close. And just seeing him go through all that and having to deal with him not being here, that was just really rough. And then I think it was probably a year later, my youngest daughter graduated from college, and my present to her was a trip to Arizona. So we went to Arizona, we went hiking, and that is where the mindset changed for me. Because I am 48 years old and my feet were killing me. My joints were killing me. I was having migraines every day, despite the fact that I was taking medication, because that's what healthcare does for you. We give you a pill. We don't try and figure out what is the issue. We just mask it with a medication. And I'm pretty sure it was at the top of Cathedral. I was just like, I can't go back home and not do something every day to make my life better. And then I think it was Camelback Mountain, which is, there's a disclaimer at the very bottom that says, if you're not in shape, you probably shouldn't do this. And then it tells you if you get to a certain point and you only have half your water, you need to turn around because you're not going to have enough water to make it to the top and back.
Oh,
And
wow. And
this
is, and how high was this? How high was this mountain?
I cannot remember how high it is, but I have a picture. I mean, it literally looks like straight up rock. But if you zoom in on it, it is there's people.
Wow.
And yeah, and
the name of it is Cathedral Hill.
the Cathedral's where I felt like something changed inside of me. But then Camelback Mountain is the one that I was on. And I had to stop several times because I was out of breath. And I just finally looked at my daughter and I said, just go, because I don't want to hold you back from not getting to the top. So just go. But I made it. I did make it to the top. But what I observed as I was huffing and puffing my way up that mountain was women who had white hair, who were quite a bit older than me, talking on their cell phones as if they were just walking down the street. And I was like, man, that's what I want to do. I don't want to be where I'm at right now. I don't want the aches and the pains and the migraines, and I've got to do something. And I was at my highest weight. I weighed 200 pounds, and I had not weighed that unless I was pregnant. So I was like, I cannot, this is not working for me. Um,
Right.
so I actually had a friend reach out to me, and she is a nutrition coach, and she was like, hey, I'm doing this challenge. Why don't you join it? It's only like 8 weeks long. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. 8 weeks, I can do that. And it was just a community of women who were thinking the same thing, like, I need to change. And so I first started with my eating and was looking at my macros and tracking my food and making changes. And I started feeling better, and I started sleeping better. I started just like, I was like, I can't stop this. This has to keep going. So whatever I can do to make this, I just kept setting new goals each 4 weeks. I was just like, I need to do this. I need to do that. And I got my steps up to 15,000 a day. And then I started going to the gym, and Michelle was one of my first workouts. And I was just like, what am I doing? But
Survived.
I did survive. And I am now going to the gym 6 days a week with the goal.
Hey.
Yes. And people will look at me and say, why do you go every day? And I'm like, to be honest, it's therapy for me. Like,
Yes.
if I wake up and I say I don't want to go to the gym today, I still make myself go. And there has not been a workout that I've walked away from that I've said, I wish I hadn't done that.
Right.
I complain sometimes, but I always feel better after my workout. And I've done even more with my nutrition, because I will be competing in 4 weeks and 1 day
Yay.
in
Yes.
my first competition. So
Yes. So when Christy talks about competing, we are looking at competing in bodybuilding. Yay! So we are competing in our first bodybuilding event. And what category are you doing?
I'm doing the bikini
All
category.
right. So yes. So people might be saying, okay, bikini, bodybuilding, that doesn't sound right. Yes, people. So bodybuilding, there are different categories. And you may think of the strong man on the stage. That's one category, but we have other categories like figure, wellness, physique, men's physique, women's physique, figure, and bikini. So Christy is going to be on stage as a bikini athlete, and you say 48 and in a bikini on stage.
Right?
Hello. There are ladies that are 50, 60, 70 on stage in a bikini. So it is possible once you put your mind to it, right? So,
For
how do you
sure.
feel right now? You're 4 weeks away?
I'm 4 weeks away. A little nervous, just because it's, I mean, it's a little bikini. I got it today, and I was just like, oh my goodness gracious.
Oh boy.
But that's even more reason to not give up on the goals that I have. So
Yes. But listen up, guys. You do not have to go on stage. Once you are motivated to change what's going on with you internally, not just what you see in the mirror, but when you are ready to change what's going on inside, you can be able to do so by changing your nutrition, by doing physical activity, and keeping that positive mindset towards wanting to achieve a goal. So if it means you never worked out before, you never did walk around a park or even walk a mile. If your goal is to walk a mile, then you just start by just walking in your neighborhood. If you have animals, you walk with your animals, you or find a buddy, a friend, you walk your neighborhood, and you never really realize until about the fifth, sixth, seventh time you do it. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm actually walking a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles. I'm actually doing this. And it didn't seem as hard as I thought it would be.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's for sure. Um, there's times that I didn't want to walk because one of the challenges in the nutrition thing was walking. It was like, you need to get 5,000 steps, you need to get 10,000 steps. And then, of course, I'm a little bit competitive. Um, so there was somebody who was like going over 10, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do 15 now. So
Right.
I think it helps to have a buddy to, even if they don't walk with you, like just be accountable to each other. And say, share with each other, hey, I walked this many steps, or you know I went to the gym today for the first time. And going to the gym doesn't have to be, because I was very intimidated walking back into the gym, and I was just like, what am I doing here? I'm in my 40s and I'm too old to be doing this. I mean, all those thoughts went through my head. And
Mhm.
I mean, I've had a couple of guys stop me in the gym, and they're like, we're 65 and 70, and we just love that you're in here every morning. And I'm just like, I love that you're in here because this is just amazing to me.
Yeah, I remember my own determination, my own goal was I need to be in the gym or working out when I'm in my 70s or 80s. If God permits, I want to always be working out and
Yeah.
staying healthy all the time.
Yes. Yes.
So we have touched on a few key points in that when you want to change something, if you want to have a new habit, it takes some work, but you can do it. You have to set a goal. You could set small goals, you could set large or long term goals, but you just make sure and set some goal. Once you set that goal, look at having a buddy or partner or sharing your information with somebody else. So when you have a buddy or you have somebody to talk to that are trying to do the same thing you're trying to do, it helps. And it also motivates you to move forward. Yes.
Yes, for sure. Hmm.
For some, they need a trainer. I have some clients, they say, Michelle, I do not want to have to think when I get in the gym. I understand. And they're like, I don't know, you know how you create these workouts. I'm like, when I see you, I tell you what to do because I know I look at the individual and I'll be like, okay, today I don't think they can handle my leg workout. Let's do upper body,
Yeah.
you know? And so you need that accountability. You need someone to coach you. It's always good to have a coach or a mentor, somebody you look up to. Um, Research information. That's another thing, so that you keep yourself motivated in the event that you are in the stage of changing and creating this new habit. Keep your mind in a positive framework by researching information, looking at others doing the same activity that you're trying to do. And you would stay motivated to keep going forward.
Mhm.
So, Christy, tell me something. What what would have been or what is currently one of your challenges in this journey of staying healthy?
Um, I think a big challenge for me is um, I know why I'm doing this, but I don't think other people really understand why I'm doing it. And then if I go to like family get-togethers and I have my own meal and they're like, "Oh, don't you get sick of eating like that?" And no, I don't, because how I feel inside. And then like they want to start talking about the keto diet and I'm just like,
Every
your
day.
body still needs carbs. Like, no.
Oh yeah, I love it when people start telling you what you should be doing,
Yes.
when what they do is they Google search everything and they think that they know everything about diet or everything about a particular topic when they are not even doing it.
Yes. Yes. Like as I see them, like, piling their food on their plate, and I'm just like, well, that's not a serving.
Yep, yep. But they will tell you about your serving, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
what you should be
they for
eating.
sure. Yeah, and I mean they were like, "Don't you feel like all you do is eat vegetables?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I eat a lot of vegetables, but we're kind of meant to eat a lot of vegetables and fruit."
Yes,
And
yes.
like,
It's to keep us healthy. You are right.
yes,
Well, I am very happy that you took the time to share with us your story
of course.
and your why. Because everybody has a why.
Mhm,
Everybody has a reason behind what they are doing, whether it's something good or bad, but we always have a story to tell.
mhm.
And our story influences what we do in the future or what we are currently doing. And for you to take this opportunity to get into bodybuilding and being on stage in 4 weeks, that is a really good goal. And I am happy for you. And I've seen your transformation and very happy that you took this time to change your body from the inside out.
Yes, and that's exactly what it is, from the inside out. Like, I know that you made a comment to me about my confidence has always been here. I just needed to uncover it and find it. And I feel like I have for sure done that. So, and I'm
You
not
have.
stopping, so
Good, good. So we here at FxWB New Beginnings Podcast want to wish you good luck in your event next month. It's November 18th, and we'll be cheering you on. We are happy that you feel confident enough to do this and change and transform your body from the inside out. We are very grateful for you sharing your story and your why. And you know what? I just want to say that you have been an example. You have been an example. And I know, for example, persons told you the gym, they are encouraged by you, by what you're doing, and they never even talked to you before. It shows. So thank you for being you and doing this for you.
thank you. I appreciate
You're-
that.
Yes. All right, guys. So this has been FxWB New Beginnings Podcast. We are grateful that you listened in to this podcast. Do like and subscribe to the channel and share with others. If others have stories to tell, we are willing to share it with others to encourage and motivate others to live better. So, thank you again. Thank you, Christy. This has been FxWB New Beginnings Podcast with Michelle, and today, Christy. See you guys soon.